plus. How about that? Um, I thought it would be a great way for us to honor all of our colleagues who are going above and beyond. I see it. I hear about different team members who are doing amazing things, and I just thought it would be a great chance for us to celebrate our peers and honor our peers for the amazing work that's going on. One thing that I've learned as I have different conversations one-on-one, I'm seeing how much the principles behind the three C's matter and resonate. And if you think about how we feel, I was just talking to a colleague from Houston. They called me last night and they were talking about all the things going on. And I said, well, one thing about it, if you're in higher ed, the last 3 years have been hard. And I think everybody can understand that. I don't care how fast you were trying to move before. Once March 2020 hit, it was like, oh, I felt like I was in a Muhammad Ali fight and taking a blow to my stomach, you know. All of us are engaged in this amazing work, trying to support our students. But then the pandemic hit. And as much as we had all of these priorities and all this work, all of a sudden we were in crisis mode. So if you think about it, if we were in a hospital, we were all in the triage unit. Our students were in the triage units, but we were caring for students. But also, you know, as I mentioned during General Assembly, we're humans. And when you try to have integrity, you know, I've been doing a lot of work. I love Brene Brown, but not but, and I love Brene Brown. And she talks about different character traits, but when you think about integrity, and I've really been trying to ground myself in the principles of integrity. What does it mean to have integrity? Well, it takes me back to my math days. When you're working with integers, you're working with whole numbers. And when we think about ourselves as humans, we cannot compartmentalize the work that we do. It's real easy to say, come to work, show up, work hard, and then go home and deal with what's at home. That's not possible if you're working as an integrated human, because you actually should not compartmentalize. You should bring your whole self to work. When you start to compartmentalize, that's when it becomes easier and easier to distance yourself from the things that make you human, because you learn to desensitize certain parts of yourself when it's not convenient. And so when I think about what we have all been through collectively as a result of the pandemic, as much as we have continued to stay laser focused on student success, I think we need to spend just as much time, if not more, on the human elements and what makes us connected. So when we think about the three C's, caring, connection, collaboration, and civility, three C's plus, it's a chance for us to really be intentional about our work. And so we will always be a student-centered college. That's not going to leave. We have always cared about our students, cared deeply. That's why ACC has been a leader nationally in teaching and learning. But I'm challenging you as I challenge myself, as I tell my colleagues every day, as I encourage you to practice radical self-care. That's an exhortation and an admonition to myself. We all have to do better on the self-care part. But part of that includes celebrating each other, taking the time to celebrate. You know what? I don't know. Maybe you all did a better job at ACC than we did in Houston, but we didn't take the time to stop and say, you know what? We made it through March of 2020. We didn't stop to give each other a pat on the back and say, you know what? You gave up spring break. You gave up a lot of time with your family, and we thank you. And I think it's time that we do that. So we may be a little late, and maybe you did, but if you did, I'll just assume you did, but how about let's do it a second time, all right? How about let's give ourselves a round of applause for everything that we did. And what's amazing, and that's why we're here, is even in the midst of all of that, even in the midst of taking time to care for our students, to make sure they had what they needed, to make sure that we were able to offer remote student services, remote instruction, and do it with integrity and fidelity, you still had families. You still had your own health. Some of us grieved loved ones in the midst of all of that, and we still showed up. And even with all of that, we had some people that went over and above. and did extraordinary, amazing things. And that's the spirit of the 3 C's, shining stars. We understand that everybody's doing the best that we can, and I appreciate that. But when we see people going above and beyond, let's recognize them amongst our peers and let's celebrate them, because it's hard. This is hard work that we do. I keep saying that, whether you recognize it or not, whether you call yourself a spiritual person or not, this work is a calling. And so when you do that and you give of your soul, it takes a lot. And you have to allow time to recharge. But when you do, it allows you to come back and show up as your whole self. And so today we are here to celebrate our peers that have been recognized by their peers for going above and beyond. And so one of the things I always like to stress, we pride ourselves on being a national leader for teaching and learning, right? In order to do that, we acknowledge that we are a learning institution. So we are continually applying the principles of continuous process improvement, and we continually look for ways to improve what we do. This is our first. And we will figure out as we go, how do we refine the process and make it even better? The first time we asked for nominations, and I'll just say that we received nominations and the awardees were selected. But as I think about the process, we're going to make sure that the second time, or from this point forward, where's Grant? Grant and Carol have done a great job organizing this event and helping us plan. Dr. Buchanan and Mr. Midgley, if you can raise your hands. They have been instrumental in helping us select our awardees today. But Grant has created a form, and so moving forward, the nominees will be, the nomination form will be open to everyone. So if you see someone doing something amazing, you don't have to wait on someone to ask you. You can submit a nomination for a peer or yourself, all right? If you say, I really knocked it out of the park today. So we're gonna make sure, as a learning institution, trying to make sure that everyone has a chance to nominate those that they see that are doing amazing work. So with that, I'm going to call upon my peers. We will start with our, what you came for. You came to hear who was recognized, and I'm going to have the people who nominated our award winners share why they nominated the person, so you can understand how this person went above and beyond. So our first awardee is Dr. Matthew Doughty, and so I'm going to have Mr. Midgley come up and share part of the nomination.
Thank you. So Kaylin made the nomination. Kaylin Scott, and she couldn't be here this morning, so I am standing in for her. You probably just hear me without me. Okay. Yeah. So here's the rationale for Matthew. Most of you know Matthew, I think. So Dr. Doughty has been nominated for the realm of connection. He is very thoughtful in connecting his daily leadership work to the broader mission of the college, whether it's developing the liberal arts gateway, in which course redesign is centered on equity and honoring the student experience, or actively and thoughtfully supporting excellence in a dual credit mission. Matthew keeps ACC's mission at the heart of his work. He practices inclusion, intentional communication, and self-reflection in his role as an instructional dean, and he understands the power of connection. And I do not see Matthew. So
he said he had a conflict.
He had a conflict. Okay, so we will get him his award and take care of that. So I think next, Misan, would you join me?
Absolutely.
So you are the nominator, so I'm going to let you.
Yes, absolutely. I am very loud, but I understand there are folks online, so I will use a mic. So I nominated 2 fabulous people in high school programs, and if you've not had an opportunity to live the secondary higher education space, it is not easy. And so I nominated Jason Sanchez Interim Director for High School Programs Enrollment and Partnership, because he is continuously working with our internal and our external partners to ensure that young people get all the attention that they need, but also that we really balance two different worlds. And so there is no other word that I can think of in collaboration, patience, grace, right? And so Jason Sanchez was nominated. I also nominated Dr. Melissa Beaker.
Well, hold on, let's let him come up.
Yes, Jason Sanchez, come on
Okay.
up. Look at this trophy.
Congratulations. Let's get a picture. So, okay.
Congratulations, Jason.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
If you'd like to say a few words. She put you on the spot.
I know.
Speech.
Thank you for the nomination, Misan. I really appreciate your friendship,
welcome.
your mentorship, just letting me be me in the role and coaching me. I thank you very much. I couldn't do this without my team, the EMP team, but also my colleagues in academic success. We were a great family. Misan likes to call us the A team because we're the best team. So I really appreciate this honor, and I couldn't do it without all my colleagues, and of course Misan and Dr. Buchanan back there in the back as well. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I also nominated, is this on? Yeah, okay. I also nominated Dr. Melissa Beaker, without which we could not support all the thousands of young high school students who are pursuing their higher education dream goal while they're in high school. So, Dr. Beaker, please come on up and join us. Dr. Beaker is always advocating for young students and ensuring that they get all the support within the college that they rightfully deserve. And that is work. It's work every day to make sure that all of the great folks who are doing work within the college remember that we have really young students who are also pursuing their academic goals. And so it is my honor to nominate Dr. Beaker as well.
Jason set a good precedent for me because we're in the same division. So I want to thank everybody, especially Misan, for nominating us, our whole staff, which are awesome folks, and some of them are here today, which is great. It's so funny because there's so many people who tell us, like, I would hate to have your job because the concept of working with high school students and high school folks, it just seems overwhelming. And it is definitely a calling because we love what we do. Those of us in high school programs just love it. There's never a dull moment. 5 minutes before I came in here, I was on the phone with a video chat with somebody from an ISD dealing with an issue that we've been trying to settle for a student. But at the end of the day, when we can do something for students, that's what makes it all worthwhile. And on graduation day, it's kind of like giving birth. I look out there and I see all those white stoles, which represent our high school students who have achieved a credential while in high school. And it's kind of like, it's like holding that baby. You're like, yes, we did it. So thank you very much for this honor.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. Okay, those are yours. And then I'd like to ask Dr. Buchanan to come up. So while Dr. Buchanan is coming up, I just want to say again, thank you to all of the administrative and student affairs leaders who submitted nominations. I really appreciate your involvement in the process. Dr. Buchanan? For those of you,
Hello. It came back on, right? Okay, cool. So for those of you that know me know that sometimes I don't always follow the instructions, so my bad, Dr. Humphrey. So I jumped when she said, ooh, 3 C's in nominating. And so I'm gonna start with Vincent Bastillos. I nominated Vincent. We were in a meeting and I saw his leadership shine through in that particular meeting. It was a moment of courage to be able to share with a colleague hey, something's not right. And he went there in the meeting. He didn't take a jab. He wasn't disrespectful. So that 4C, even though the meeting happened before we knew Dr. Rhodes was going to add the 4C in civility, but he went there, and the colleague that received the message, it was like a breath of fresh air to see just great dialogue between colleagues, because he went there with asking, how can I help? How can me and my team help? And that's hard to do, to make sure that your colleague doesn't feel like you were trying to put them on the spot. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm watching just this dynamic experience and your leadership shine through. And I know it's been hard just with all the changes and recruitment, but your confidence to say, I'm in it. We're in this, we're gonna make it through no matter what. And then that particular meeting, you completely embodied those 3 C's. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Buchanan. I started at ACC in 2010 in the cashier's office, and then left in 2016 to go to the private sector. The pandemic happened, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I remember that job in ACC where everything was so great, easy. I remember helping students. I'm gonna go back and help the college. It'll be an easy transition. I got back to ACC and I was like, no, it is definitely not an easy transition. I thank you so much, Dr. Buchanan. You've been such a great mentor, such a great leader. When I hear you talk to the students, it inspires me to do better for the students and for my team. I appreciate my team, the recruitment team, Vanessa, and everyone that has helped us along the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations. I just want to say this, Dr. Buchanan, and congratulations. I love the spirit in which this award is shared. It makes me think again, I told you I'm a Brene stan, but one of the things she said was that truth without kindness is brutality. And if you just sit in that, there are times when we may not agree with each other. There are times when we're given an initiative and you might say that we have to go west and I might say we have to go east, and west just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm wondering how in the world you came up with west as a strategy. But it's how we get to the final destination. It's how we treat each other, because you know what? 6 years from now, we won't remember if you said west or I said west, but I will remember how you treated me, and I will remember how I felt. And so it's so critical. That's why I appreciate the nature of this award and your character and how that stands out, because how we treat each other matters. And if we think about how we want to feel on the receiving end of that, how you deliver message, it's not just tone. And that's why, I always give the caution. If it's something that's sensitive, email may not be your best delivery mechanism, because tone is missed. There is no tone in email unless you're writing in all caps, and that's a whole nother issue. So I think it's important, as we're a learning institution and we learn how to do better each day, we owe each other the truth. To allow somebody to do the wrong thing, and they could show up in a stronger way if you know a better way and you withhold that information. I remember growing up in the church, there's sin by omission and sin by commission. When you don't tell someone something that could help them as they're doing their work, that's unfair and that's unkind. But it's always how you deliver that information. One of the things that I've learned in my years is that I can tell you, could you get me that report tomorrow by 5 o'clock? And there's multiple ways I could say it. I could say, Jason, I need the enrollment data by 5 o'clock tomorrow. Or I could say, could you get me the enrollment data and make sure that it's disaggregated by race and gender, and it includes the last 5 years? What's the difference in those two things? Not just the specificity, it allows him to have some structure around what it is he's trying to deliver to me. Because what if he calls his family and says, I can't pick up the kids because I've got to get Dr. Humphrey this enrollment data, and then he spends 2 extra hours getting me this, and then I'm like, this is not what I wanted. It's frustrated everybody. And so sometimes when we're frustrated, we might want to turn the mirror on ourselves and say, did we give that person, Dr. Buchanan and Mike, they know I'm very big on the definition of done. What does that mean? And I know it sounds crazy, but what does done look like? If you haven't shared what done looks like, you can't be mad if somebody didn't meet your expectations. So these are things that we learn. And as we learn to work with each other, to add more specificity, to be kind in our delivery, all of those things matter because we want those things in return. So just an honor to you, and I know I interrupted the process, but Dr. Buchanan, our next nominee.
Our next nominee is Stephanie Vermillion. And so Stephanie has been leading for a long time the LGBT Equity Committee. And so much so that she had a real conversation with Shisha, who be not named, about how do we create a sense of belonging for all of our students, where it matters and it has meaning. And when we talk about diversity and inclusion and equity, where do all populations fit in that understanding for the college? So much so that the Campus Pride Index, which is an assessment of the college in terms of how do we make our LGBTQIA students feel, and let's just say she had to deliver a opportunity, as Dr. Humphrey would like to call it. And she did so with kindness. She defined it. She created a presentation, an executive summary for the cabinet so we could sit in it. And it included video testimonials of some students explaining their experience in the classroom and how they would like to be made to feel, and also their experience outside of the classroom. So much so that when I said, hey, so Stephanie, can you add a little bit more in the executive summary because we're gonna take it back? And she did so, and she just continued to lead. And when she walked us all through the index, she wasn't, again, it wasn't about taking a jab. It was like, we have an opportunity here. And she had the courage and the confidence to stand in front of a lot of leaders and share, how can we be better? And with that, because of your leadership in leading that committee and that team and working together in collaboration, we have we will be adding a new director for LGBTQIA here at the college. That was something that the cabinet with the chancellor approved. And I know your colleagues on the committee would be so proud of you and so grateful for your leadership. And so when this opportunity came, I wanted to make sure that people recognize all the wonderful talent we have at the college and your beautiful leadership. So, Stephanie Vermillion.
Congratulations.
Wow, I'm usually behind the scenes, so I'm very nervous. So I apologize if my voice is shaking. Thank you for this nomination. Like Vince, I've been here for a long time. I've been here since 2008. I started as an hourly, went through the testing center, was an admin, all different levels of leadership. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the original chair of this committee, Sue Keisha. If you're watching this, Keisha, you taught me so much about the difference between feminism and womanism and what it truly means to be an advocate and an ally and leading, not just with your heart, but actually standing up for things. Being an ally is all the time, in the HB parking lot, at home, I'm really nervous.
It's okay.
But she taught me a lot, and I have to thank the committee, my co-chairs, Matt, Noko, Vince, who serves on the committee alongside of me, Kelly and Vanessa, who are LA trainers. I have to thank Anna for supporting this very important mission. When I was working in student life and I was reorged, I didn't know what would happen to LGBT equity because it kind of has been homeless for a long time, kind of wandering between leadership. And Anna was very passionate and supportive and kept me going when I felt like giving up. And this whole serving on the committee, and I think anyone who serves and leads, it's never about you. It's always been about the students, and just knowing that we're getting to this point where we have the full-time director position is everything that I've dreamed of and more. And I'm just so grateful for everyone who shared their story with me, for students who were brave enough to come to events. I think about late nights at Jim's restaurant eating pancakes with the Kind Clinic and Matt, and talking about how we were going to plan homecoming out for the first time. Just a lot of hustle and heart and love, and I'm just overwhelmed by this acknowledgement. It's been really amazing, and I think my internal motto that drives me is just to have courage and be kind. So, thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations again. So in my quest to get started, I jumped right into the awards, but something that I wanted to do is to get a better feel. First of all, let me say how excited I am that so many of you came to join us in person. So I'm going to give you about a 1 minute time to adjust because I'm going to ask you to speak, everybody. So accept that, get it, let your heart settle. So as part of the joy of us being able to attend in person, I want us to take this time. Most of the time we're coming together, especially, I think March 2020 highlighted, okay, we've got a meeting, I've got a Zoom, I've got an agenda, let's get it done and let's knock it out, and then you leave. We really haven't had a chance to connect with each other much. Even though we're coming back on campus, we don't have a lot of times that are non-agenda oriented. And so I would love, if you're comfortable, and if you're not, I understand, and just do this as we get to you, saying you don't want to talk. But if you're comfortable, I'd like for you, we'll start in the back. If you could say your name, how long you've been with the college, and in your words, I want one word for you that, one word that represents our culture here to you. So we'll start in the back. You comfortable starting? Okay. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so it was name.
Name?
How long have we been here?
Uh-huh.
I'm Laurie
And your home
Holscher.
campus, please, so we can try to figure out, who's close to us.
I'm Laurie Holscher, and I am with the great Cypress Creek campus representing here today. And I am the Senior Administrative Assistant for our Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Tyner. This is my second stint at ACC. I started in 2018. I was here as an hourly for 2.5 years in the SAS department. Left for a full-time job. Wasn't the greatest, so I came back to ACC, came back home, and I've been here since November of last year. And oh my goodness, one word to
One word.
And tell me again to describe.
If somebody asked you to describe ACC's culture in one word, what would that be for you?
Oh my. Giving.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you for being brave and being our first volunteer.
Hi, I'm Danny Mahoney. I'm the animation specialist here. I've been here since May,
Congrats.
so very
Welcome.
new. But I was a student here. I got my associates, and then I went on to a 4-year college. And my word for the college would be teamwork, because through every step of the way in my schooling, and then also becoming employed here, people were very helpful with me, and I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
Morning, everyone. My name is Jonathan Tyner. I am the dean of this campus. I have been with ACC for 4 months also, started in May. And in my very short experience here, I would say the word that comes to mind is family. ACC is a very family-oriented place, so I'm very lucky to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Grant Hennig, and I've been with ACC for 3 years, and I'm currently dual role. I'm supporting as executive assistant to Dr. Kenny and to Dr. Humphrey, so I'm 2 hats.
A little busy.
And you stole my word. My word was family. This is one big family, and since the day I walked in the door, I felt welcomed and embraced and supported. So family is my word as well.
Thank you.
I'm Michael Dean. I'm the manager of Student Affairs Technology Projects. I'm at the Highland campus for Student Affairs Operations. Been here since January. And so in honor not to say family 3 times, I'll say community here. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kelsey Sisler. I'm a communication and outreach coordinator with Student Affairs Communication. I haven't been in this role for 3 years, but I've been at ACC total for about 3 years. And I think my word would be really similar, but belonging. I've just always felt like I had a purpose here and I belonged here, even when I kind of felt out of my element. So very grateful for that.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm also a communication and outreach coordinator for SA Comms. We work at the Highland Business Center. I've been here for less than a year. I think it's around 10 or 11 months. And I think the word that I would use is progressive. I feel like since I've been here, everybody that I work with is so forward thinking, always thinking of like, how can we be better? How can we be more efficient? That's something that I have tried to adapt into my own leadership style, my own working throughout the day.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mike Acosta. I'm the Dean and Acting Director of Recruitment. I've been at ACC for a little over 5 years. I'm a proud Highland Mauler. And I think the word I would use is really understanding, because I think we have so many people who are doing so many things in an environment of constant change, and it involves a lot of understanding with each other and with the process.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Hector Aguilar. I'm the Dean of Continuing Education here at ACC, and I've been with the college 24 years, so quite a bit. If there was one word from the community's perspective that I would say describes the college, would be impact.
Hi, I'm Miroslava Esmilla, Student Affairs Communications Director. I live at HBC now, but I've been all over ACC, I think. I've been here for 17 years now. So it's good. It's a great place to be, and I'll take the third family word. Because we're all different, but at the end of the day, we all come together for our students. So.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ruben Cruz. I'm the ACC Connect Manager. I am back at HBC. I've been here now for 5.5 years, and I don't mean to steal one of the words up there, but I truly believe in it. It's collaboration. I think that's a way I would describe ACC. Whenever you're not sure about how to do something, or you have questions and you reach out to somebody, that person's always willing to help, and it's always a great support for you.
My name is Devin Miller, and I am an academic success manager in high school programs. I'm out at the Elgin campus, and I've been here for about 4.5 years now. And my word is open. So I think at ACC, we're open to ideas, we're open to change, but most importantly, we're open to our students and their dreams.
Morning, everyone. My name is Veronica Castillo. I'm the interim manager for enrollment and partnerships with high school programs under Jason Sanchez. Yay! I'm based out of the South Austin campus. I don't know how long I've been here. I get asked that. I started in '91, and then I've come back a couple of times. But anyways, it's probably my word is journey. It has been a journey. Here at ACC, whether we are starting a new campus, we're starting, another initiative, We are never alone in this process, and I am extremely grateful and thankful for all of our team members because we're all on this journey together to help better support our students. So thanks.
Good morning, Sean Young, Canada, and I am at the Eastview campus, academic success manager as well with high school programs. I have been with the college 4 years in this role, a total of 9 years total. I actually came back as well. I guess that's a common thing. I came back. My word, because I was sitting there and everybody's taking my word, because I was like, community, family, supportive. And I mean that specifically within our team. I think being in high school programs is tough, balancing both the different systems, post-secondary and secondary, and just being with folks that you can vent to, but also help you as you're working through problems and navigate. So I would just say support.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Nettles. I'm administrative assistant in the recruitment services department. I've been with the college for about 6 years. I'm housed at the Highland Business Center. And I think one word that comes to mind when I think of the college, whether it's our community, prospective, or current students, and our internal partners, is growth.
Hi, I'm Christina Matura, and I'm the dean at the Eastview campus for Student Affairs. I'm also an adjunct in communication studies, and I started here in July of '98, and I went away for 3 cold winters to Ohio. Then I came back.
What part of Ohio?
Columbus.
Oh, okay.
And so it was great to be back. I've been in a variety of different roles, from HR, faculty development, and now over in student affairs. And through all of that, I guess my word that I would come up with, that's not family or all those other ones that are so great, is connecting with the ING, because we are actively connecting with each other, connecting students to resources, connecting to partners, the community. We're an active college, and we're really always trying to connect people to things and make things better. So that's my word.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Anna Remmer. I'm the Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs Operations. I've been at the college for 5 years, so just celebrating my 5 years. I think the one word I would use would be opportunity. Opportunity for employees, for students, for ideas, for all the things. So lots of opportunity.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Lara. I'm a recruitment specialist out of the Hayes campus. I'm a product of ACC. I started at college in 2016 and then moved on to Texas State to finish out. One word I would describe our culture here is inclusive. Everybody since I've started has welcomed me and taught me everything that I've known so far.
Great.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Haley Weber. I work in recruitment services. I've been here since February, and I think I'm based out of the Hayes campus. I think my word I would use is caring. I think the way that our colleagues look out for each other, the way we're able to connect with our students, whether they're a prospect or a current student, it really goes to show how much we do care for each other. Also, Jonathan has only been here for 3 weeks, so.
Good morning, Dorado Kenny, interim AVC enrollment management. Been here since 2009. I don't feel like doing the math. I think my word would be flexible. We're willing to do what we need to do to make sure that our students are taken care of.
Good morning, everyone. Misan Zuniga. I have been here a really long time. I can just say I have a watch, so it's been a while. I am based out of HBC, soon to be HLC, and I would say the one word is selfless. Selfless professionally, selfless personally, we give, but we're very resilient and we're motivated.
So, hi again. I'm Dr. Melissa Biegert from high school programs, and I have been here this go around for 9 years. I was an adjunct back in the 90s. I'm dating myself for a few years, and then went away from ACC, and then had a wonderful opportunity to come back 9 years ago and work in this world. Yeah, I'm like Misan. I'm currently at HBC, but fingers crossed, we'll be moving to HLC really, really, really soon. And everybody's taking the great words, but I will say, interesting. There is never a dull moment at this college. And I had to do a shout out. I am also the proud mom and now mother-in-law of 2 Riverbat graduates. My son's a Riverbat Longhorn. Woohoo! So I can speak as a mom as well.
Hi everyone, again, Jason Sanchez, Interim Director, High School Program Development Partnerships. I've been with the college for almost 13 years. Also an adjunct faculty member in the Student Development Department. Woo! And I'm based out of HBC, hopefully moving to HLC. We'll see about that. My word, Anna already took it. It was opportunity. I was just thinking, no one's gonna take opportunity, and she took opportunity. So it was a lot of great words there, but opportunity is what ACC I think about for our students in high school programs, all the wonderful programs we have, but very supportive by our faculty, our deans, department chairs, ABC. Couldn't do that without those instructional side of our house. So thanks.
Thank you.
Stephanie, I've been here since 2008. I work at HBC right now. And I'm just gonna hijack for just a quick second and say thank you, Shasta, for the nomination. I forgot to mention that when I was up there, but it's truly needs to be said for everyone to hear because your leadership has made LGBT grow so exponentially this past year. So I just have to thank you for all of your love and support with that. And also, Willie, if you're watching, thank you for help with chosen name. Okay, and my word is hustle.
Vincent Bustillos. I have been with the college collectively for 7 years, but just recently I came back about a year and a few months ago. My word, which it might coincide with recruitment, is persistent, but I think it's persistent with the college, whether it's growing and getting 11 plus campuses, hiring phenomenal colleagues, or recruiting exceptional students.
I'm in here for her. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, I'm Nancy Stano. I am a department chair and professor in the General Studies and Student Development Department. This year, I also have the honor of serving as the Faculty Senate President. So one of the words I think that will capture some of that faculty spirit that I see is innovating. So constantly looking for different ways to serve our students in the classroom, thinking about pedagogical approaches, looking at content, what's going to prepare them for the next steps in their journey, and invite them back to ACC as that home that they'll continue to build their skills at as they venture out into their next steps in their path. Say innovate.
Hi, I'm Lou Ann Preston, and I've been here for 42 years. And in that time, I have functioned in every employment category except president. I've been a campus manager. I used to do what Misan does now. And so anyway, English professors cannot be limited to one word. So I'm going to say just expansive support. And I feel that as a faculty member, and I felt that at all levels and as a colleague. And I was especially wanting to be here today. My dean was being honored, even though he had a conflict and couldn't be here. But the folks in high school programs, I see all of you. I know most of you really well personally are the folks who, I have a dual credit teaching assignment for the most part. And these are the folks who make life easy for me and for my students and to be partners with our schools. So thank you very much.
Hello, Mike Mitchley, 1989. Once again, I am defeated. And office at Highland, and one word for the college, serve. I'm sorry, I came in late, so.
Your name, where your home location is at ACC, and one word you would use to describe the college.
So my name is Gus Rodriguez, and I'm here at the Cypress campus. And one word to describe
our culture.
Our culture would be Caring. I think we all care for each other and we want to help each other and help the students also.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Beth Prickett. I'm the campus coordinator at the San Gabriel campus. I did start out here almost 8 years ago at Cypress. And yes, family is a word that you would definitely describe both Cypress and the San Gabriel campus. But I think ACC as a whole is accepting. We accept everybody and love everybody, and we're happy to see folks whenever they're here.
Hello, Tracy German. I've been here 19 years in several roles before this one. I'm now with campus operations. My home campus is Round Rock. I'm here today because this is one of the campuses in the North region. My word is positive. Through all my roles, if you try to keep things positive with students and employees, it usually turns out okay.
My name is Memo. I'm with SA Comms as a video specialist. I've been here for about 9 months. I'm housed at the Round Rock campus, unlike my colleagues. But my word would be reflective. I think like of each other, just working together and getting to bounce ideas off each other, and then seeing the students like also like kind of adopt that as well. Like when you give good energy, they give it back. So I like that.
Good morning, Shasta Buchanan, Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs. I've been at ACC for 6.5 years. Thanks, Mike. And I'm now at the Highland campus. Ooh, ooh. And my word to describe the culture is spicy. Ooh.
Caliente.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Vicky Garza Gonzalez, Internal Communications Coordinator. I've been with the college about 3 years now. Let's see, I'm with the Office of Communication and Marketing. We're at the new HLC 3000, so brand new. So everyone has chosen all the words that I kept thinking of. So I was looking, checking the thesaurus, seeing what else I could do. But I'm just gonna steal one of Dr. Rhodes' words, which is gonna be transformational. So.
All right. Did everyone get a chance to speak? Thank you so much.
My name's Hugh Hancock. I work in the multimedia department. I've worked here for like 6 years. I was just listening
Your
to
home
audio levels.
location and what's one word you would use to describe culture and how long you've been here? You told us how long.
Yeah, 6 years. My home campus, I think, is Highland is HBC.
That's about right.
And I think ACC is pretty cool.
All right, we like it. So we'll take it. One thing that I want to say, thank you so much, is as I listen to all of the comments, it's, the nerd in me is thinking, if we did a normal distribution with these words, right? It tells us a little bit. It tells us about our culture. It tells us how we feel individually and collectively. Think about how many people said family. Think about how many times you heard caring, innovative, spicy. But it speaks to a culture that cares, right? So when we think about the 3 C's, it makes sense that we chose those to live by. I want to make sure, I heard a lot of people, I was listening to the amount of times, how long people have been with the college. If you've been here less than a year, if you could stand up. So if everybody could join me in giving them a warm round of applause. I want to say, as the provost, and on behalf of Dr. Rhodes, we welcome you. If you were never officially welcomed in a collective setting, welcome. We're happy you're here, and we hope that you're enjoying your time here, and we hope that you're with us for many, many years. For those who've been here between 1 year and 5 years, if you could stand. All right, these are our foot soldiers. A round of applause. These are the people who have been here long enough to understand the culture, understand how to navigate through it, and can give other people some advice. And you're loyal, because in the time of the Great Resignation, you could have been a lot of other places, but you chose to stay here. So that speaks to your character, and it speaks to the college's culture. So thank you. Another round of applause. For our people that have been here between 5 and 10 years, if you could stand. All right, a round of applause. We're looking at institutional knowledge, right? People who have seen some things and know where some bodies are buried, right? These are the people that sing from, if you all saw the movie, We Don't Talk About Bruno. So I want to thank you for your loyalty, your commitment, your service. Mike mentioned service. I see that everywhere. I believe that ACC embodies the servant leadership approach. For those that have been here more than 10 to 15. All right. I think we've had a couple in here that have had more than one journey with ACC. But it says a lot because you chose to stay, right? And come back. And again, dedicated service to the college. Thank you. And we're working towards these serious milestones. Those that have been here from 20 to 20, I didn't miss, right? 15 to 20?
16 to 20.
16 to 20, I just did.
No.
I'm missing my 16 to 20. My 16 to 20 year veterans, please stand. All right. Thank you for your service. I mean, you all, I hope you all are paying attention. I want you, okay, so we had 16 to 20. 21 or 20 to 30 years, if we can have those stand. Okay. That's it. That's 60 years of ACC experience right there. 40 years with you two, 60, that's 100 years of experience, just those two groups. Seriously. This is nothing to shake a, All right. That was 20 to 30. 31 to 40. All right. Woo-hoo! Now, I would put Mike on the spot, but one meeting, Dr. Rhodes asked us to share a tidbit about yourself that nobody at the college knows. I think it's getting harder and harder for Mike to hold things back at this point, right? But let's just suffice it to say that he's seen a lot, he's lived through a lot, he's experienced a lot, but he has served a lot. And for that, we appreciate you. Now, drum roll for our people who have had more than 40 years of service. All right. I want to thank you. You get to serve as our leader in the group today. You are able, there's wisdom that you could share with everybody. You could talk for the next hour about things that you've seen, seriously, things that have worked, things that haven't. But we appreciate all of the service that you shared with the college. We appreciate everything. My pleasure. We're so glad to have you. So when I think about all of you, all of the service, all of the commitment, these 3 C's plus, I'm excited to be here. I hope you are, and I hope you take this joy that we've had today and use it to propel you for the rest of your day and for the rest of the week. I appreciate you so much, and I just hope that you enjoy your time here. Oh, I did want to share, moving forward, some more opportunities for us. On October 5th, we'll have the campus conversations with Dr. Rhodes and I here at 10 o'clock, and the next Shining Star Award ceremony will be November 1st. And so if you see some colleagues that are doing amazing things, like I said, or if you just know that you are the creme de la creme, go ahead, nominate yourself. But we will recognize the next group of awardees, and we will keep these going on an ongoing basis. We'll have multiple awards during the semester. We want to recognize as many of our colleagues as we can that are doing great work. So for that, I always try to honor our time contracts. So I appreciate you being here. Make sure you get some pastries or some fruit, and take the time to introduce yourself. If there's someone in here you haven't met before, take a little time to socialize and network and connect with your colleagues. Thank you all for coming out today. We appreciate you so much. Oh, all of our award winners, if we could come up. Okay. Oh, yeah.